Like they didn't even work on like the essay.
Yeah.
No, the thing is doing this.
We were
Whoa
all
there.
like, at the
Missing.
Why does it say missing? It just says pure editing. Please pick a partner. Work on editing. Submit.
All right.
Levi, you'll just have to work with me and just know what I'm gonna write until
Yep, Levi, sometimes you got to take one for the team.
You gotta take one for the team for me, please.
Not sometimes.
You gotta lie.
All the time. How do you
What?
write conclusion?
I just
You
did
sum
it.
up the thesis.
Or you could just not.
Intro paragraph.
I don't think you need a conclusion.
Why did I write any? What was I going with any?
I'm really need a lot, like whatever.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's really that deep.
What an interesting and unique idea that none of the other essays thus far have written about.
Why did she say thus for?
Thus far, I don't know why.
Why
Also,
did
she
she?
said interesting and unique. Didn't use any like positive words.
And try.
It was interesting. It was unique.
It was interesting.
It was-
unique.
Something.
It wasn't good, but it was unique.
Never
That's
seen
how you-
anything like it before. Wow.
Is that you
Read a clincher.
So you third graders art. It's unique.
Wow.
It's loading.
How unique.
Very original.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's getting there.
Thank you for being patient this morning. I had to get a sub set up with what she needed to do for another class.
Are you a sub?
For the teacher next door, yes. Yes, so. All right. Today, ladies and gentlemen, you are finishing up your lab that you started yesterday. Everybody made it through the first two parts of the lab, okay? So I don't have a question of the day for you. Today is the last day for Unit 1 retake since nobody's talked to me about it, and since nobody's shown me their corrections, I'm assuming no one is doing retakes, okay? Again, we're working on identifying chemical and physical properties in matter. And today we're going to finish the lab. And the last part of the lab, the third part of the lab, is about taking two of the substances that we worked with yesterday, sugar and salt, and seeing what happens when we expose them to heat. So that is what the last part of the lab is about. So, if you'll open up your lab, ladies and gentlemen, we can take a look at it and we can get things moving here. What? Can I do that thing where I schedule a meeting with your mom?
Yeah.
Parent-teacher conferences?
Yes.
I cannot. They have to. Yeah. They have to schedule them because I can't schedule them for them because I don't know what time they're available and things like
You
that.
just can't force them to come to school.
Correct.
No.
So it's up to them to schedule it.
What if I did it for her?
Well, as long as she shows up, I don't care.
She just
So-
expects me to have to.
All right.
I have an English because
So today, ladies and gentlemen, again, you're going to be finishing up your lab. And when you are done, you're going to be turning it in today. Now, one of the things that I'm getting very disappointed in is the, how can I put this nicely? You guys don't turn crap in on time.
Okay, I was
Multiple people.
I was forgetting to press the turn in button.
yeah.
Like,
Well, don't.
I always do the work, but then I see it come in as missing, and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to press turn in.
Yeah. I think I'm going to change my policy, ladies and gentlemen. They say I can't penalize you for turning in things late. Instead, what I may try to do is reward you for turning it in on time. In other words, if you turn it in on time, you can get a grade higher than a C on it. If you don't, you cannot
What if I'm already getting a grade of C higher?
Wait, what?
on that assignment.
You were
Okay.
just gonna see then.
So,
So-
if you were to turn it in late, the highest grade you could get would be a C.
Oh, okay.
No, that sounds like you're punishing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
then
I'm
we're not-
rewarding those who turn
Well,
it in on
wait.
time.
So
Yeah,
if I
that's
turn
what
it in
I'm
on time,
watching those
if
don't.
I don't turn
How
it in
about
on
we
time,
solve this by turning it in on time? In other words, today, since you were given time yesterday and since you were given time today, turn the dang thing in.
so if I turn something on in late, I automatically get a C.
No,
Do I just get the
that
grade
would be
it's
the highest
on,
grade
right?
you could
You're
earn.
C or less.
C or less.
Wait, what if I have one that I forgot to turn in?
Then turn it in.
Do I get a C on that now?
Starting tomorrow.
Not yet.
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah, start. Can I turn it in today?
Yes.
Okay.
You may.
Don't turn it as a C, please.
Don't turn it in as a C. Maybe it'll be a C work anyway.
Will not. Will not.
How do you know?
Because I do good work.
Okay, we'll do good work and get it in on time, and then we won't have a problem.
I just forget to turn it in. It's not just your class I do this with. I just
Okay.
forget all the time.
Well, start being responsible.
Okay, it's not about being responsible.
Yes,
The fact
it
that
is.
I have the memory of a rock. I have a 2-second memory. It does not process through my brain.
Rocks
I
do
have
not have
issues.
brains. Rocks do not have memory.
That's what I'm saying. I have the memory of a rock because there is nothing in here. Okay? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
I just seen that.
I need to cut me
Brindley.
some
Brindley,
Oh, yeah,
there's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
Oh, shit.
Wait, can I have that quarter?
Hey, I want that quarter. I
What?
heard it.
Hey,
I did. You threw it at me.
What's wrong with me having a quarter in my desk drawer?
Thank you.
I don't know. That seemed kind of random.
I picked
where
it
do you
up
have
though,
that
so I
quarter?
can.
Where do you have time?
I
Your
just
pocket.
pictured you actually have that in your desk.
Do you have that
I think women's pants.
I have a whole container full of quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies.
Why?
Why?
Do you not have a wallet?
Was it gonna
Does
feel
your
like-
You don't put coins in a
Why do you have
wallet.
that many coins?
Why not?
Wallets don't fit.
Why are they here?
I think I had that many.
Can I come rob you? It's not robbing.
Let me
if I
think
ask.
about it for a minute. No.
Well, can you give me a quarter so I can go to the grocery store?
It's not robbing if I
I have
ask.
like
What's that?
left
Can you give me a quarter so I can go to the
I need
grocery
it.
store?
No,
Why not?
because I'm not giving you one.
I have my
I
Hufflepuff
could
wallet.
like die.
What do I look like? The quarter fairy? I just go throwing quarters around to people?
Thing
No.
I've ever seen ever.
All right.
Oh my God.
So let's get back to what we need to get done. First of all, you finished up part 1 of the lab. Now, please listen and please listen carefully. Because again, I think I do a decent job of explaining it, but then I look at some of your conclusions and I'm like, do they not understand or did they not listen? And I'm going with not listening. In your conclusion here, you are going to describe chemical properties. A chemical property is this will or will not react together. So in the chemical properties, you are going to tell me if in section 1, did the sulfuric acid react with the sugar? Did it react with the salt? And did it react with the potassium chlorate?
So we just say yes, yes, and yes.
You're not listening. You're talking. Let me finish. So in your conclusion, you should say the chemical properties of sulfuric acid, is that it will or it will not react with those 3 things. That's what you're telling me. And then you justify that, yes, it will react with this one by saying, when we mix the 2 together, we got a gas. We got a credible smell. We got energy being released. We got a yellow substance form. You tell... Go ahead.
So can you use like how quickly it took them to react?
And that is fine. The reaction tells you that the property is that they will react. That's what I'm saying. Okay? So if they didn't do anything, you put them together and nothing happened, what is the property?
That it won't react.
That it will not react with that. And that is a possibility. This acid did not react with this substance. How do we know? Nothing happened when we mixed them together. There were no signs of a chemical change. Okay? So in here, though, you need to tell me about all 3 substances. You're always using sulfuric acid. So the question is the chemical property of sulfuric acid that it will or will not react with sugar, with salt, and with potassium chlorate? Okay? And a lot of times you guys start out your things good. You know, the hydrochloric acid reacted with this. Okay, you haven't told me about the property yet, though. Okay, right?
Yes.
Which was what? Exactly. If you tell me they react, you have not told me about their property.
Well, what if it tell you how they reacted and how it reacted?
That still, you haven't told me the property yet. That's my point.
What are properties?
If all you tell me about is the reaction and what happened, you haven't said what the property is, which is that the two will react together. And that's what I'm grading you on. The chemical properties here.
So the properties, if they will react or not react?
Correct. And if you saw a reaction, that means that they will react, and that is their chemical property. Go.
So for the first part, can we just say
They all react.
adding the sulfuric acid to all of these will have a reaction, and that could be our property for
No, that's what I'm telling you. By saying what you just said, when we mixed sulfuric acid with sugar, with salt, and with potassium chlorate, we got a reaction with all three. That is not describing the property yet. You then need to tell me that when we put them together, all three reacted with sulfuric acid. Therefore, the chemical property of sulfuric acid is that it will react with sugar, with salt, and with potassium chlorate. That is what I need to hear. I need that sentence of the chemical property of sulfuric acid is that it will or won't react with those things. Okay? And then you need to do the exact same thing, ladies and gentlemen, for part 2. But here, excuse me, it's going to be the chemical property of hydrochloric acid, is that it will or will not react with copper, with zinc, and with magnesium. Questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so just so we're clear, if all you talk about is the reactions, you are not getting credit for the conclusion, because the conclusion is supposed to be about properties. The reactions are what justifies you saying that that is the property of it, that it will or will not react. Questions?
Shoot. Gosh darn it. I hate the
Okay.
sentence.
So now you're going to do the third part of the lab today. By the way, who was not here yesterday? Okay. All right. So get with someone who was here. They can share their information from yesterday with you as you do the part today. So then you do not have to make the lab up. Okay. So someone could share the information. Ask them nicely. Don't just assume someone will do it, and get the information from them. Okay. If you cannot, I will have to give you the alternate assignment. No. You ask them if you can see the results, and you can take the results down and then do your own conclusion. Okay? To fill in the table. All right. So our last part, ladies and gentlemen, you are only using sugar and you are only using salt. And you are going to be heating sugar and salt with Bunsen burners. Now, you have already made observations of sugar and salt. If you want to go back and copy them from earlier in the lab, you are welcome to. If you want to redo them, you are welcome to again. Now, I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. The test tubes that I put out for you today might not be perfectly clean, and it is fine for today's experiment. Okay? Matter of fact, when you're done with one of the 2 test tubes today, the easiest thing to do with it is to throw it out. And you will be able to clearly see which one you're going to throw out. Okay? Again, we've got our goggles back there today when we get started. But let's talk a little bit about lab safety with a Bunsen burner. Okay. First of all, if you have long hair, you should tie it back. If you do not have a hair tie, there are hair ties up here, ladies and gentlemen. You can come and grab one, and it is yours to keep. I do not want it back after you put it in your hair. Okay? If you have on a lanyard with your ID, take it off. We don't need the flaming lanyards of death. If you have a hooded sweatshirt with the strings that are hanging down, tuck them in so that they do not accidentally end up in the flame. If you have fake fingernails, don't get them near the flame. They go up like kindling, and then they burn really well. Okay? So just be cautious of the flame. Should not be a problem. When you are heating things, ladies and gentlemen, you will use your test tube clamp again. These are fairly new. They are difficult to open. When you hold them, please hold them on the top and bottom like this, Not on the side like this. Why? Because you might get startled, accidentally pinch it and drop it. Now you shouldn't, because these are newer, so they are harder to pinch. But if you hold it like this and you get excited, all you do is hold it harder. Okay? So that is the way you are going to hold it.
Why would I get excited?
What? Something pops, something cracks, something breaks. You could get excited. It has been known to happen. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you are putting a small amount of salt, about a scoopful, into the bottom of a container, and you are putting a small amount of sugar into the other one. Now, I have taken away everything other than the salt and sugar at your lab station. So there are no acids out, there are no metals out, none of that stuff. Okay? When you're done with your sugar packet, simply throw it away, because after this, I'm cleaning up the lab anyway. Okay? Please remember, make sure you know which is which. It does you no good to heat them and see if there's a reaction if you can't remember if you're heating salt or if you're heating sugar. Okay? At the lab stations, ladies and gentlemen, there should be a book of matches there. Okay? And also, let's see if I can find it.
You have to change it to high core.
She just doesn't feel.
Okay.
Who's that? Oh, you.
No, that's another teacher. Is that me?
Looks just like you.
Okay. So when you go to the back of the room, ladies and gentlemen, you will see that your Bunsen burner is hooked up to a gas jet. If the handle on the gas jet makes a 90-degree angle with the hose, that means the gas is off. And it doesn't matter which way it is. It doesn't matter if it's to the left or to the right. Okay? So that is off. That is off. When the gas jet is going the same direction as the hose, that is when the gas is going to be on. So this means that the gas is on, just so that you know. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. But if you turn it off and you do not get to a 90-degree angle, it will still leak gas into the room. Okay? So it has to be completely at a 90. It will stop. Okay? You can go either direction, but it will stop when it gets to this 90. Okay? So that is how you will know when you have your gas shut off. Okay? So if you are going to light a Bunsen burner, ladies and gentlemen, you get a match. Now, for some of you, lighting a match is the hardest part of this. Get your match lit, turn your gas on, and from the bottom, come up right along the side, and it will light. If you take your match and try to stick it into the gas while it's coming out, it may blow out your match on you.
How does the alarm not go off?
How does what alarm?
Fire alarm.
Because there's not enough gas created here to do that. The ones in the science rooms are set for less sensitivity because we know there's supposed to be Bunsen burners and things like that going on in here. Plus, I just turned this on and that vents out some of the gas.
Okay.
Now, your Bunsen burner, ladies and gentlemen, should be set so that it is about like this. What I mean, the hottest part of this flame is that inner cone, light blue cone that you see in there. That is where you are going to do your heating. That is where you are going to put your sample. That's the vent. Okay? So that is where you are going to heat your sample in a minute. If you are done heating a sample, please turn this off. Do not leave it on. You can relight it again. Okay? Now, a couple of words of caution, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, don't leave the gas on while you're struggling to light a match. Okay? Light the match. Turn the gas on. When you get it going like this, don't hold the match in front and try to blow it out. Move it off to the side. Why? If you hold it in front and try to blow it out, people have blown out the Bunsen burner. Okay? Matches then go in the metal cans that are there at your station, but please blow them out first. If there are other matches in here and you throw a lit match in here, you are going to have a small bonfire that you could make s'mores on. Please don't do that. And if you do get a small bonfire in here that you can make s'mores on, do not pick this up. The can will get incredibly hot in a very short period of time. Call me over. I will bring a beaker over and we will smother it. Not a problem. Or let it burn. It is not going to hurt anything. Okay? So again, when you have this going, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to take your sample. You are going to hold it into that hottest part of the flame for no more than 45 seconds. If you do not see a reaction in 45 seconds, you're not going to see a reaction. And here's what I will tell you. If you're holding it in there and you start to see things happening, take it away right away. You can always put it back in. Take it away, and there's normally enough residual heat there so that you will finish seeing the reaction. If not, put it back in, heat it up again. Now, while you are heating things, please make sure that the end of the test tube is not pointing at anyone. Occasionally, there may be water or dirt or something in there that may cause it to spit things out of the end of the tube. We do not want that happening at someone's face. Also, if you have heated this for 45 or so seconds, it is going to be incredibly what? Hot. These are plastic. You will melt them if you take a hot glass test tube and put them in there right away. Now, I did not heat this for very long. But again, you could check by using the back of your hand, touching it lightly to see if it's hot, and then put it in there. You're a scaredy cat? Well, then you better find a partner who's not. Okay? And then you would test your second substance. Because it's simply salt and because it's simply sugar, when you're done, you can rinse them down the drain with plenty of water. Okay? One of the two you will probably not be able to get clean. You will recognize which one it is. You will simply leave that one in your test tube holder and I will dispose of it for you. Questions? Ultimately, again, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to describe what you see happening when you heat the sugar, what you see happening when you heat the salt. Rely on your sense of smell. Rely on sight. Listen for sounds. You cannot touch it afterwards. I don't want you going into the test tube and trying to touch things. But again, if there is no reaction, in one of these boxes, you write no reaction. If you leave it blank, I'm going to assume you didn't do it. So if nothing happened in a box, you still write no reaction. So that I know you at least tested it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you have a conclusion to write. And again, we are talking about the chemical property of heating these things. do they react to heat? So the chemical property is either they do react with heat or they do not. But if they do react, I want to know how you know they react. What did you see happen? So again, in the conclusion box, again down here, don't just tell me, well, this one reacted with the heat, because you haven't described the chemical property. The chemical property is that sugar or salt reacts with heat, or both. Okay? So that is what you need in your conclusions for today. Questions? Now, today it doesn't matter which side you go to. They are both set up identically to each other, because the only thing out is sugar and salt. The only thing out are 2 test tubes in each, 2 Bunsen burners in each. Okay? Now, what I ask you to do when you are done with your lab, unhook your Bunsen burner from the gas jet by simply pulling on the hose. There is a yellow cap here. You take that and you put that over the end. Okay, it clicks into place. This then goes into the door that is the large door on the bottom in between the 2 sets of drawers. Put this away. Take your test tube holder. Take your scoop. Put it in the drawer marked lab equipment. This you can leave out because I have to come around and collect all the test tubes. I will put that away for you. I will pick up the sugar and salt. Now, again, you worked with the most dangerous part of this lab yesterday in the chemicals you worked with, but today you're working with something different, which is heat, which can be a danger as well. So please be careful. Okay? Again, hair ties are up here. Biggest thing, if that Bunsen burner is on, don't be leaning like this talking to your neighbor. Because if you are near a lit Bunsen burner, your hair does not have to come in contact with it to still catch on fire. Questions? Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I will set up one more station over there that we will need because we have 9 groups today. So I will take care of that. Go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go get to work.
Mr. Byrne, do you still have the goggles up here yet? Or did you bring
Yes, I do, Haley. You want a pair? I did keep them just in case you needed one because you were the last one. Here you go, Haley. What color marker do you want to put your name on them? Blue, green, red, or black? Okay. When you do it, please do it like on the side here, on the top, not on the front, okay? And then when you're done with them, Haley, you can put them into the box if you need to. If you want to leave them here with me. If you want to take them with you, that is completely fine. But if you want to leave them with me, that is great. Yeah, just so that when you go and look in the box, you can find yours. Okay? Okay, can you go into the lab equipment drawer and grab the test tube rack? Grab the little scoop, the test tube holder, and what else do we need? I'll get you test the test tube rack. I will bring you one. Here you go.
Well, you got light for you.
Plug in your Bunsen burner.
And then you got light.
And then we'll get you a book of
No.
matches. Great. That's what I thought.
Pretty sure we had this discussion first.
You got it.
Probably. We did the flame test.
Basically, because of like this is great. Okay, so I'm gonna I love art.
You shouldn't be if you're not putting the box.
Swap sides.
Okay, I'm ready. Just get ready. I literally just opened my laptop now.
Aiden, they work a lot better if they're on your eyes instead of on your phone.
Oh shoot! Right, I already grabbed my I haven't got it. I set it down when we
Have you added the sugar and salt yet?
Is on the
Leaf, hang on. Hang on. Can I switch it with these tubes for it? Only because these are cleaner and these are good or something, and the throwing was out of my feelings. I do feel bad if you break them though.
It's smaller.
Then use the back set.
Does that look better? Alright, okay, how about this? Is this on?
No, it's not.
Wait,
You got it.
I mean?
Yes, turn towards you. Yeah.
How do you gonna make
Yeah.
it?
Like with yeah.
Do you? Whoa, I smell it. Whoa. Wait, I want this one. I burn myself.
I go from under.
holding it.
Like this against it.
What are we doing with them now?
Let them sit in there. When you're done, there'll be one that you can't clean out, one that you can't. Aiden, you may want to take that out of there if you start seeing a reaction like that. You don't need to let it keep going.
Yeah.
Make sure you let it cool down before you put it back into the test tube rack, or you will burn and melt the test tube rack. Top of that comb inside, not the bottom.
Holy
Really a little bit higher at the top of that either burn, not the bottom. How we doing?
So now what's this reaction?
I'll think it goes.
You could heat that a little more. Higher up, higher up. Top of that inner comb.
I hear it. Whoa. 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 Whoa, a minute. You slow down now.
Correction.
Oh, let's pick my eye.
Did something happen?
It's fine.
How long did you heat it?
Oh. I already did. It was right next to my face. I know trust.
Trust. Oh, turn the gas on.
Water on it? On the hot test tube? Is it broke? I'll get it cleaned up.
All the way.
Otherwise, you're still gonna.
Yeah.
I should like stop.
You may want to let your test tubes cool before you try to clean them out, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't really close.
What's that?
Were you gonna form something when you did?
Yeah, but normally it's just a shot of the water.
Because I have all my conclusions for the last lab and this lab. Leave it in
Mr. Bragg, can I grab
You hold it.
For what?
Sit down and get milk.
45 seconds.
A
So
little.
why do you need another tester?
Because it's burning.
Well, didn't you test it already?
Yeah, we did. You said a little longer, so we did
But it's
that.
hot enough.
This is gonna burn in there forever.
It's but that's the one without.
It takes a while.
The most easier without away, but
We can actually get
yeah, that we can get out. That's the part of that. But the back
We
end,
can-
No,
the
back
back
of
end.
hands. Back of, what part of the back
No,
of
you can do the back of your finger.
Yeah,
It's just that
your nail's not
you
gonna
don't,
be
you don't,
able
you don't feel
It's not gonna feel it as well.
You feel it from under your
You
finger.
got it. What do you do?
Got it?
Feels with this part, yeah.
No, don't do it with your knuckles.
Feels with this part. Where the back of your hand.
No, your knuckle. Oh, not your knuckle. Okay.
It's okay over here.
Yes. That's how I turn it on now.
If you touch it with the palm of your hand, you can have it and then you'll clasp it.
That's why you use the back of your hand, because the
Same
normal
with like-
reaction is to contract muscles.
Stop doing it. We already concluded that.
Same with like an electric fence. If you touch an electric fence, then you have your hand.
So that's how you don't take it.
Everywhere.
So anytime you come by a fence,
Or like how they say with a doorknob.
Well, she's pointing it kind of at you, so you better hope nothing happens. Nadia, there's a wall there.
No, just don't.
I can't hold that.
Like here, it's not on the knuckle.
Is it called like it?
I don't know. It's gonna come flying at whatever she's pointing it at.
Your skin.
Yes.
It's like jumping around.
That's the bottom.
So all you're doing is like, you're just like,
It's for science.
it's for science. Just leave it there.
Do your other one. Again, it's gotta be pretty hot to melt the plastic, ladies and gentlemen. After a few moments, it should be cool enough that you could put it in there
Oh.
without
Do I
incident.
not need to hold this anymore?
No, probably not.
Okay.
That's okay.
It was just a little bit.
Well, we're still gonna get rid of that one, so don't worry about it.
I gotta let her again.
Oh, you're only turning the gas on.
Because you're gonna just. Oh man, I can do it.
I don't think you remember after about 30 seconds, anything happens, probably not going to.
Take the match over there.
Oh, yeah, that dude.
Do
That
you
dude.
want to do it? I don't want you to burn.
I'm continuing.
How long has it been in there?
Actually,
Then, anything happen? What happened? Shrunk.
Why is it so hard?
So that they don't accidentally turn off.
Let's stop. I think it's safe to say that in fact, does in fact.
Oh, that's burning.
I can see it.
Brad, I can hear it.
What?
I can hear it.
What?
Talk to
You
me.
hit your back.
What?
And it is like,
Hey, gas.
no, because it like literally,
Oh.
it lit and then it
Talk to me.
and then it like,
You just start it on the tip.
This is really unacceptable.
Hey,
right?
guess that ain't getting clean.
Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not.
It's a little cooked.
That's why literally like you're turning on fire. That's like,
Okay, right up your conclusion. Ah, it's hot. When it cools down, you wash it. You can start putting away some of your life.
Why's it orange?
Because you're playing something.
It wasn't like that before.
Well,
Oh, it's orange.
You should.
Oh, it's popping. It's like popping.
Can I unplug it?
Give all your observations. There's it. Give all your observations.
It's not doing it.
45 seconds.
Can I unplug it?
Why would you do that? What is wrong with you?
Here you go.
She literally was just like, she like flicked it with everything.
Okay, this is like it's
Where did the match go?
You want to spend the time trying to clean it?
And then pitch. Just pitch it. It's not hot. It's not that hot.
oh, do it.
2 seconds. She doesn't know that.
Where's the other match?
Let's not teacher in my view.
How do I do this? Okay, I've been home today.
Did you call it? I'm sorry.
No.
You wash it. You wash. Roll it up and it goes in the floor.
Grab this.
So what do you do?
Hold this now.
There, Aisha, put away your stuff. At your left, the Bunsen burner, your equipment, please.
Yes.
You flooded it? Oh my god. You're gonna burn everything down. You're gonna be like, what caused this fire? Oh, it was not.
You decided that you were going to try and like,
Can I see that?
She pitched the thing.
You're all done with it? You're all your observations? Everything? That one can be washed.
it's
Oh, that's right.
It's broken.
Forgot. Now it's
Did you grab this
yours.
one now?
Era de una crema que compré.
Let's take my garbage off now.
I don't actually know what you're talking
If you're done in the lab, then you can do it.
I will take this
I
one.
think this is not hot.
Everyone needs to place.
What do I do?
The one you wash, just leave in your tester bracket. I will take care of that.
No, stop wasting all the touches.
Jerking my talent.
You're so cute. I know. Why? Why did you say that?
It is off. We're gonna plug it. Put it away. Take it out of the gas jet.
Tall thing in the middle.
All the way up to and this is my guy from work. Last way of working. It's like a great flash.
I can't see. Don't. I literally just told it. I literally told him.
Wash it.
Whoa.
Get your conclusions done, ladies and gentlemen.
But I was like, whatever. Like, you're so
Like on this side of the building.
Did you write down? No, you didn't. 'Cause you were everything down here.
Yeah.
You didn't write down salt.
Just no reaction.
Oh wait, I also didn't write down the observations because I forgot.
Well, we can.
Right, you can just copy from the top.
What? I was just copying.
Oh, like the same thing we did last.
Oh,
Yeah, like rainy white.
I didn't know where I was. Salt. But it doesn't right now.
Well, we have a show here tomorrow. This one. We're here on Monday too. I've been here on Saturdays, I've been here on Sundays, I've been here on Fridays, I've been I've been here after 5, just working again. So it's supposed to be like we don't do any of that. No. And we're just gonna get into it.
Sugar Kamora. Do this.
Little barring.
I don't just think that can all quiet like
Like the first
it's just like I'm just supposed to get into it and then
It's just a reaction. Yeah, using what happened
Oh, as a reason
to determine.
That's what I'm just like, we're supposed to stand there. All of us are like,
After the other one, there it is. Turn one thing one more time in this entire class.
Look at you go.
Anyone else leaving me goggles before I put the box away?
Everything else nice.
I love Dr.
Doctor, please.
Oh, good.
I'll come up with it.
I don't know how you can hate that. I don't either. It's so difficult.
My mom has an infatuation with Pepsi.
Oh my god, so does mine.
She's
And
like
it's
obsessed.
so wrong.
It's like it's an addiction at this point.
Yeah, I literally couldn't imagine being addicted to it. Sorry.
She'll go.
I literally couldn't imagine being addicted to something. That's actually insane.
I can barely go a week without it.
No, this literally is an addiction. Like, I can literally not drink black pepper.
What about yesterday?
I can stop whenever I want. I can stop whenever I want.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I really can.
Today, you're gonna have withdrawal.
Actually, this is a lie.
Having
Because of all
withdrawals?
the caffeine I drink, like, if I don't drink any caffeine for a day, like, I get a headache.
You're still having withdrawals?
Because I don't drink caffeine.
That's what I'm saying. That's fine. Stop.
It's a little unhealthy.
I literally don't care. Okay. Have you seen that one clip of that old lady and they're like, "What's your secret to living for so long?" And she said, "Dr. Pepper."
Yeah.
That's me. Okay. I'm gonna drink Dr. Pepper
Until I die.
So you,
Actually,
you,
once I
you
get
get
to a
it.
certain point in my life, I want to start smoking one too. Just speed up the process.
Just add on to
You're
it.
like, oh, I'm with that smoke.
Yeah. Oh my god! I hope one day in the future they invent Dr. Pepper flavored cigarettes. Oh my
You're
god!
gonna be.
That would make them.
Oh my god.
Mr. Brand's just listening.
I want a cigarette that tastes like Dr. Pepper. Could you imagine? Oh my god! Could you imagine smoking a Dr. Pepper cigarette and drinking Dr. Pepper at the same time?
I don't
I feel like that'd be so confusing.
Yeah, I don't think I
Drinking or eating
My lips are gonna
candy
start
flavored
turning.
like Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I would love that. Could you imagine like?
I'm starting to breathe Dr. Pepper. I think
I think I'm good. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not. I need a reset.
Excuse me.
Maybe in the future I'll be your doctor. I'll prescribe you anything but that.
And I won't listen.
You will, because you're gonna be silent.
You're gonna take your pill really.
My God.
Like, I'll only take my pill if I have Dr. Pepper swallowed. That's actually true. I can only eat pills if I have Dr. Pepper sweet down.
Wow.
That's why I'm
That's an
putting
issue.
you That's why I'm putting you
Well,
on the side.
it's because I suck at swallowing pills and I need carbonation in my mouth to like disguise it because like swallowing pills has always been an issue for me. And like with water, it's just like too. I can feel it.
No, it'll take a second, but I can hold it.
It's taking a while. But
You ever seen those people who
I
like
swallow pills without
swallow
water.
pills without water? That's not okay.
Dry swallow.
That's not
or-
okay.
That's actually
that's nasty.
You're the reason that the sounds are
You need to
There's
tell
a
me.
reason.
Dry swallow.
That's it?
But like, why is
Okay,
my
so you see which ones have reactions.
You already are swallowing the pill.
So then the chemical
No matter what, you're gonna be swallowing.
Do you know
So
what
now I'm
else-
gonna be hydrated and
No,
swallowing.
stop. Do you know what else you dry
That's
swallows?
what you need to
Goldfish.
tell me. And then you tell me.
What is wrong with
You
you?
never chew it.
Wait, we
No.
What is
know
wrong
that
with you?
hydrochloric acid reacts with zinc or with magnesium. Or with
You weren't even tasting that.
That's like
Okay?
Do you know our entire relationship?
You do it for all three metals with that acid.
never.
All so some of them may have reactions, some of them may not. But you have to specifically tell me
And it
the
breaks my
chemical
heart.
property of hydrochloric acid. It will react with these metals. It
I
will not
literally, I
react with
vomit
this
every
metals.
time I say the word.
Okay?
You're just like, no.
I can't. I physically recoil because I just can't watch him like.
I got a yes.
Stop it. It's nasty.
Yeah, I did.
I thought about it a couple times because you just don't even think about it. You just go, and then it's down.
It's
That's
like
insane.
It's like Mr. Brand's Molly. It means slow down.
Oh yeah.
No, that's just because
You're really?
I never knew they had flavor.
You swallow Skittles?
Yeah. Are they just like pills? You just swallow them down?
But I kept going.
Well, I haven't had Skittles since then.
First in line.
I have a whole bag of Skittles in my house.
I'm like happy.
You guys ever had
What's it?
Reese's ones?
The cheddar. I think I'm holding.
Those are
Chewing gum? No, I don't like chewing gum.
I think my mom was.
So when you have the
All right, all right, all right.
only like the
Check, like, oh, okay. Well, it's still not as explanatory as you still need to be studied. And you need to be
Would you
studied.
rather
What do I need to do?
would you rather
At
have
least I don't. Chew it.
Chew it, yeah, that's.
I said chew it.
Yeah.
That could be worse.
Oh, if you swallow it, if it goes down.
At least it's going down instead of you just tossing it. That'd be disgusting.
But I mean, the pills I still don't get. How do you drink it? Mr. Brand, can you drink
I can
No, they're not.
I could
But
try
like,
swallow
it's hard
some.
to just swallow without water.
Can I drive to the basket or what?
To swallow with like drive.
Because it starts as only.
Am I licensed to drive in the state of Wisconsin? Yes.
Wait, won't we actually go faster? Let's say I have a headache and I need
Because you don't want to
to it. So that's why.
I don't know why you're asking me that, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I don't feel like it's anything.
I feel like I will choke on it.
It's just like if I'm already going to get a pill, I don't feel good.
For some reason, I get really weird.
Well, I'm not gonna go get water if I'm gonna take a pill. If I have water, then
I realize you think we don't have lives and things, and therefore we probably shouldn't be out. You know, we should be in our coffin during the day and things like that. But
when I was a little kid, I used to think.
Okay, there are 18 of you in class. I've got 9 labs turned in. Let's go. Get them done. Get them turned in, ladies and gentlemen. Brindley, I hope you turned it in and didn't forget.
I did it. This is one of the first assignments I've turned in on time.
You should go back and mark them all as C's.
No, you shouldn't. Because you know what? I also did that one that I was missing. I turned that in before I even started this lab.
The classification of matter?
Yes.
No, you didn't. You turned in the aluminum and the copper chloride. At least it's good to know you know what you were turning in.
I don't even do that. See, that's the one I did. A classification of matter.
Somebody else came.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Somebody else came.
Yeah, and they've got me going
You know what?
to another whole
Okay.
place.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know
Okay.
because.
That's all in the office. I don't know.
But yeah, most of the time I do have water, so I don't ever have to. But
Yes, there is. There's
I know I
answers
can't
for everything.
Well, you're still fine.
Oh,
But just like, I think it. For me, I just feel. If I try
Oh,
this,
is that an activity?
It's literally not gonna get.
okay, well.
That's why I.
Shoot!
Also, I just prefer water just because it doesn't taste. Because I don't want my pills to be like flavored.
There's nothing else. Yes.
Like if I'm having like a liquid that's like flavored, my pills can just shoot. So I can taste my pills.
Why do you want to taste the vegetables?
So I can get the full experience.
You want the full experience of
Yeah.
taking your pills.
I don't want just the. That's why. Okay.
No, but like you
That's
know,
why I
it's
like.
with
I don't
Do you just pop by with like this?
2 more hours left.
Yeah. Well, are you supposed to do something else?
No.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. I don't really take a lot of vitamins. I just take vitamin D. And
I just don't.
Shoot.
well, like,
I don't know what this one is, apparently.
Or else I'm not gonna get it. It's also because my body can.
I should probably. But I don't.
Okay, then technically I was around. I did also turn in classification
I
of matter.
don't go often enough to the doctors. So.
That was only 8 days ago.
She lied about your name.
Yeah, for the longest time she told me I was 5'4".
You're actually 5'3".
5'2".
Oh my God.
Like, no way, this machine's broken. She goes, no, we actually just fixed it. And I was like, wait, I was 5'4".
She wasn't lying to you.
But that's the thing is, that's like 3 years ago. I was 5'4" 3 years ago.
You're already shrinking.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I'm at the same place.
It's been broken.
I'm going to the doctor.
I know, but I've been
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I should probably be taking some kind of pills for some things, but
Well, are we counting like mental issue doctor? We're talking.
I haven't gone to either.
Well, I haven't either, but I hope I never have to because I don't want to find out things.
I don't know. I've been living so far, so.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
I always say that like if I'm gonna get drafted, then I'm gonna get diagnosed and stuff.
That way you can.
I already turned it in, so.
Yeah. The one you missed was actually.
Whatever.
Whatever.
But then they can't draft me because I.
They can't draft you current.
Well, yeah, you have to be.
I know, but I said
And you
if
also
I
have to
get
be a man.
drafted in future. What?
Men
Yeah.
sign up to do that.
Men sign up for
Whoa,
the draft.
whoa,
What
whoa!
about the woman?
I'm a woman.
No, you don't.
Women get forced into the draft if needed.
Yes.
Oh,
There
Men
was like
all
a-
sign up for the
there was
draft.
like a World
That's
War
not.
III.
That's not right.
Oh.
Then women would start getting
Well,
drafted.
at least I feel
If it
better.
was just another like Vietnam,
Then it'd just be men.
It'll just be fine. It won't be long.
Yeah.
So I don't have to ever worry.
ages
about it.
18 to 35.
Not for now.
What do you mean for now?
If we get in another war, then
In the next.
you'll have
I'm
to.
hiding. How
If
old
it's
are
a
you?
big enough war,
You're 17? In the next year, there's no World War
I'm
III.
gonna hide. I'm gonna hide. Under right there.
They don't get to come get you.
Right there.
You're not gonna find me.
They don't just forget about it. Like they just,
Okay. What if I'm going to the jungle? How would they find me?
To the what?
Jungle.
How are you gonna live in the jungle?
Jungle.
You're not gonna just become Tarzan.
Also, if you
You
went to
die in the
jungle,
jungle.
you go to a different country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they will find me in a
Well, if
different
you go to a different country, then you
Yeah,
get
they care about those.
Oh, so I can just get away from it.
Are you gonna move countries so you don't get drafted?
Yeah.
But then you don't even know if there's gonna be room.
Wait, we don't even know if you're gonna be.
Are you sure? Because it looks like
You have 20 years. You have
I'm
20
in a
years.
classroom, right? What do you mean?
With
You
this,
said looks
slim
like.
chance of being drafted.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that too.
This is
I like
sexy.
that. I'm here for it.
All right, I'm up to 10. Come on, let's go.
I love
You got
it.
5 minutes to get done.
I'm patriotic. Yeah.
There is. What?
Hey Kelly, that presentation that you shared with Donna King, they now have a different sub in there for
Don't
third
believe
hour.
me. I don't
His
believe
name is
you.
Robert Dwayne. He said if you type in RDS, it comes up for some reason. But could you share it with him?
Oh my god! That was a good one.
That was quick.
Oh, I'm just gonna look at them and be like, you really want me?
No, they don't want you.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'll just pull like a
What if I switch
DD
sides?
and I'll make a what?
Okay. Thank you.
She's gonna join the enemies.
Well, it sounds like Paige will be back 4th hour. Otherwise, Emily is going to
Hey guys.
to combine classes
Okay,
and
let's
do it
run
with
down
you.
this way.
American.
So we're covered,
right?
but I think Paige is supposed to be back here by then. Okay?
Okay. I think level 3 is.
Okay, thank you very much.
All
right, bye.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, because like, imagine if I well, not even dropped it. But-
Hey, $5 off and free cinnamon twist at Taco Bell, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa.
You don't get a deal like that very often.
Sorry, I